there's actually 25 ingredients in the manifesting, we'll call it, formula. You can call it a success formula, but it's really manifesting anything you want, whether it's a relationship or the health or a perfect body or success in life or money or a better job or career, whatever you want to manifest. There's 25 elements. And if you were to break it down, just the quick element there, of course, is define your dream and get a burning desire for its achievement. Well, if you would expand it just a little bit, it's you get a picture in your mind of what you want, and you see yourself in possession of what you desire, and you feel now as if you would feel if you were in possession of that. So it's really creating the future today in your mind using your imagination. That's the critical element. The feeling is the key. Neville Goddard, who is a very famous manifesting expert, he's passed away. His books are a little older and written in a way that's hard to kind of read today based on the vocabulary and things because they're from the turn of the century. But he was very, very scientific on adding the feeling to that picture, not just visualizing, but actually adding the feeling now as if you would feel. But there's two other key, we'll call it missing ingredients that make the law of attraction or manifesting work, which I haven't found in any book. I've got thousands of them and so forth. And there's two real missing keys. Again, there's 25 ingredients, but there's two missing keys. One is after you feel now as if you would feel if you were in possession of what you desire, you have to release attachment to that outcome. You have to release an attachment to it. In other words, it's okay if it never happens. And this is counterintuitive. But the reason you release attachment is because fear or a feeling of not getting it can creep in. Sometimes we call that lack or feeling of not having it. And that feeling will then create more lack and create never having it. So you have to eliminate that, and the way you do it is you release an attachment to an outcome. This is why in life we always say, when you least expect it, it'll happen. Because at that point, you've released attachment to the outcome, which means you've released wanting, because if you want, the universe is going to make sure you're always wanting instead of having. So you have to release attachment to the outcome. You get rid of the feeling of lack or not having it, and then it can come in. You're in a state of allowing. You're in a receptive state. The second missing ingredient, which is really if there's one, what I would call the biggest missing ingredient, which is never talked about in any form, it's the why behind the why. It's this. I was talking to a Super Bowl champion. He won 6 Super Bowls. A lot of people don't fall into that category, so you may have an idea of who I was talking to. And he said, I love winning. I crave winning. I'm obsessed with winning. But there's something that's even more powerful than wanting to win. It's hating to lose. Mm-hmm. I hate losing. I hate losing more than I want to win. That's the why behind the why. You have to have pain. We're driven by 2 factors. Either a desire to gain something, a desire for pleasure, or a desire to avoid pain. And the desire to avoid pain is always more powerful than the desire to gain pleasure.